Land in Ghana is very important. It is much more than just the soil under our feet. It holds a deep and powerful meaning for all Ghanaian people. Land is intricately connected to our culture, our traditions, and our long history. Indeed, for many, land forms a core part of their Ghanaian identity. A great number of people depend directly on the land for their survival. They use it for essential activities like farming to grow food and for building their homes. Therefore, understanding the concept of land and its ownership is truly key in Ghana. It touches every aspect of life. Land plays a crucial role in linking families together across generations. It is often passed down from ancestors to their descendants. This continuous inheritance creates and reinforces strong community bonds. In many Ghanaian traditions, ancestors are buried on their family land. This practice makes the land sacred and spiritually significant. It provides a tangible connection to those who came before. For many individuals and families, land represents a fundamental sense of belonging. It is frequently viewed as a shared resource, vital for the well-being of the entire community, not just individuals. The economy of Ghana relies heavily on its land resources. Agriculture, which provides livelihoods for a large portion of the population, is a major part of this. Farmers cultivate a wide variety of crops on customary land. Beyond farming, people build their homes and establish businesses on the land. National development projects also require significant amounts of land. New roads, schools, hospitals, and other infrastructure are all constructed on land. Consequently, how land is used and managed affects every single citizen. Its proper and sustainable management is therefore of utmost importance for the nation's progress. A very large portion of Ghana's land is classified as customary land. This system of landholding is ancient, with roots stretching far back into history. It operates differently from the system of buying and selling land outright, common in many Western countries. Under customary tenure, traditional leaders such as chiefs and family heads often manage the land. They hold this land in trust, acting as guardians for the benefit of their people and communities. This traditional system has profoundly deep roots in Ghanaian society. It continues to shape how land is accessed, used, and perceived. Let us now explore this unique system in more detail. So, what exactly is customary land ownership? In simple terms, it means that the land belongs to a collective group. This group is typically a family, a clan, or a traditional community. These communities are often represented by traditional institutions like stools or skins. Stools are the symbol of chieftaincy and authority for Akan communities, predominantly in southern Ghana. Skins hold a similar symbolic importance for chiefs and traditional leaders in the northern regions of Ghana. The fundamental principle is that the land is for the benefit of all members of that particular group. It is a system rooted in collective ownership and shared heritage. Chiefs and elders play a very significant role in customary land administration. The heads of families are also extremely important figures in this system. These leaders act as caretakers or guardians of the land. They are often referred to as custodians. Their primary responsibility is to manage the land on behalf of their community members. They make important decisions about how the land is allocated and used. They also ensure that traditional rules and customs regarding land are respected and followed. Their duty is a sacred trust, owed to both the present and future generations of the community. They must protect the land. Individuals who are members of the community acquire specific rights to use the land. This is commonly known as a usufructuary right, or sometimes an interest. This right means that they are entitled to use a portion of the community's land. They can cultivate crops on it for their sustenance or build a house for their family. It is important to understand that they do not own the land privately in the way one might own a car. However, their right to use and benefit from the land is secure and well recognized within the customary system. This usufructuary right can often be passed down to their children and descendants. Customary land is quite different from state-owned land. The government of Ghana controls and manages state land for public purposes. Customary land is also distinct from freehold land tenure. Freehold tenure means an individual or entity owns the land fully and can dispose of it freely. Customary land, however, cannot be easily sold by individuals as if it were a personal commodity in a marketplace. The community or group holds the ultimate interest in the land. This principle serves to protect the land for the collective, ensuring it remains available for all members of the group. It prioritizes communal benefit. Customary land systems in Ghana are exceptionally old. They were firmly established and functioning long before any European colonizers arrived on the shores of what is now Ghana. For centuries, different communities across the land managed their own territorial areas. They developed their own unique sets of rules, traditions, and practices concerning land. These local rules determined who was eligible to use specific portions of land. They also governed how the land could be used for farming, settlement, or other purposes. This indigenous system worked effectively for many generations. It was finely tuned to local environmental conditions and social needs. The period of colonial rule, primarily under the British, brought some significant changes and challenges. The colonial administration at various times attempted to assert control over land resources. They introduced new laws and ordinances, sometimes aiming to alter or supplant existing customary systems. However, these customary systems proved to be remarkably resilient and adaptable. They did not simply disappear or fade away in the face of colonial pressures. Instead, they often adapted to the new circumstances, while people largely continued to follow their ancestral customs regarding land. Traditional leaders also managed to retain much of their influence over land matters. After Ghana achieved its independence from Britain in 1957, the new national government formally recognized customary land tenure. The leaders of independent Ghana understood the profound importance of this system to the vast majority of the population. Consequently, new laws were enacted to acknowledge and protect these customary rights to land. The Constitution of Ghana, the supreme law of the land, provides a strong legal basis for the continued existence and operation of customary land ownership. This official recognition underscores the system's enduring value and its integral role in the fabric of Ghanaian society. Customary land remains a key part of the nation. The historical practices and arrangements related to customary land continue to shape land issues today. Sometimes the boundaries that were established in the distant past are not clearly defined or documented. Agreements made generations ago can become sources of disagreement and disputes in the present day. These historical factors contribute to the complexity of modern land administration in Ghana. It is therefore very important to understand this historical context. Such understanding can help in finding effective solutions to current land-related problems and conflicts. Modern laws, like the New Land Act, try to address these inherited issues carefully. Customary land ownership has many positive aspects. It plays a vital role in helping to keep communities strong and cohesive. Members of a stool, skin, or family generally have access to land. This access is crucial for essential activities like farming for food security and building homes for shelter. The system also serves to preserve rich cultural traditions and heritage. The land often connects people directly to their ancestors and their history. It provides a powerful sense of identity and belonging for individuals and groups. In many ways, this system provides a form of social security for community members, ensuring basic needs can be met. However, the customary land system also presents certain challenges. For individuals, obtaining formal written documents for their land rights can often be a difficult and lengthy process. This lack of formal title documentation makes it challenging to secure loans from banks. Financial institutions typically require clear, registered titles as collateral before lending money. Land disputes are also unfortunately common in some areas under customary tenure. Different families or individuals might lay claim to the same piece of land. For instance, two neighboring farmers might find themselves in a protracted argument over the precise location of their shared boundary, leading to conflict. These challenges associated with customary land can have a noticeable impact on Ghana's overall economy. Uncertainty regarding land rights and ownership can sometimes slow down or deter investment. Large national or international companies may hesitate to invest significant capital if they are worried about potential future land problems or litigation. The agricultural sector can also be affected. Farmers may be less willing to make long-term investments in their land, such as irrigation systems or tree crops, if their tenure security feels uncertain. Urban development also faces complexities, as planning and developing new city areas becomes more difficult with unclear land parcels. Despite these challenges, customary land remains profoundly relevant in Ghana today, in 2025. The government is actively working on various reforms to address the existing problems. The Land Act of 2020 is a very important piece of legislation in this regard. This act aims to improve the overall administration of land in the country. It specifically seeks to make customary land rights clearer, more secure, and easier to document. Significant efforts are also underway to map and document customary land holdings across the nation. While challenges such as land disputes and administrative bottlenecks still exist, Ghana is making determined efforts to make the system better for everyone.